Good afternoon, folks. This is Fred Campos, owner of DFW Website Designers. It is a beautiful Sunday, December the 27th, and this is your 3 business tips at 3 o'clock in under 3 minutes. Today, we're going to talk about, as we've been talking about for this week, and we'll finish out this week of 2020. We're getting ready to get to New Year's Day on Friday. You should be thinking about your goals as a business owner. And what I want you to do is I want to focus in on some things and areas you may want to change, improve on, or have expectations for come 2021. Today we're going to talk about staff and employees. And as you run your solopreneur small business, you may or may not have hired your first employee, or maybe you have. So my 3 tips are going to deal with hiring 3 different types of employees. Number 1, hiring what I'm going to call a traditional full-time or part-time employee, somebody that you're going to pay off a W-2, and maybe some rare cases dealing with sales it might be 1099, but it's somebody that's going to work for you. Now, as a small business owner, sometimes we call our friends and family, we get maybe somebody that recommends, and we just hire them on the spot. I'm not going to advocate that you do that. I'm going to advocate you do what all big companies do, and that you actually go through the process very systematically, just like you would if you were working for a large major corporation. For me personally, I've used 2 sources that I both like. One is called Monster.com, and the other, believe it or not, is Craigslist. And in that, you write down a very specific job description, try to put into the daily task of every possible need that you need, pay the service fee because you want some professionals, ask for some resumes, get some resumes, reduce it down to maybe 2 or 3 people, go through a full-fledged interview process, narrow it down to 1 or 2, and then make a job offer, just like you would in a major corporation. The things I like about both Craigslist and Monsters now at the end of 2020 is that you can put together a video ad and show yourself as the boss and actually verbalize in video what it is. You can upload the video ad. You can request video ads back in addition to resumes. So that's my first tip for you, is that take it very, very seriously. Number 2, which is something I specialize in, is that you can get a virtual assistant. Highly recommend the Philippines as well as India. There's some services that do a really good job of that. You still go through the exact same process. Even though I put together a virtual assistant, I put together what expectations are, when salary requirements are, narrowed it down to 2 or 3, did a face-to-face interview through Zoom or Slack, and then hire them appropriately. The third possibility you could do is hire a family member, hire a spouse. My only advice on that is have realistic expectations. If you're asking a spouse to help you out in your business for free, make sure they have a stake in the business and that they're totally sold on the business. My recommendation is that you pay them something, even if it's a little something, so that they feel that their time is not just being abused by you, the business owner. So that's my advice to you. Go hire some people. You're planning to hire some people hopefully in 2021 as part of your growth pattern. As always, be awesome. Now go back to sleep.